Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. I got the great thumper Caden back on the podcast. He used to be a junior technician. He is now moved up to the senior level.
Yeah, boy.
So
Best technician west of the Mississippi.
west of the Mississippi. Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's true.
You know, probably most studly.
He's a
Probably,
stud.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
True.
you can't complain when you got this guy rolling up to your house looking fresh, you know?
Looking fresh.
Looking good, ready to rock, ready to fix your air conditioner and get you back to cooling the same day he got there. So, hey, how's how was summer? I mean, it's still summer, but
Still summer. Still a little bit hot. Definitely cooling down. Definitely calls dropping. We're not getting as many of the.
you're no longer working 15, 20-hour days.
Yeah, which you know what? To some extent, I'm grateful for. To some extent, I'm a little bit sad about. But
You want your life back a little bit?
just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's nice to get more than 4 hours of sleep. That is nice.
Hey, you're young. You don't need that much hours.
Yeah. No. 2 hours is all I need.
Yeah,
But it was good. It was good. It's been good. A lot of compressors being replaced. We had
a lot of new units,
a lot of new
coils,
units.
capacitors.
With the humidity, we had a crazy amount of dampers. That was a little bit gnarly. We had like weeks where it was just like damper. It's crazy.
Is it kind of weird when you're just like all these new houses here in Arizona where there's like it's cold upstairs or vice versa, and the downstairs is now hot. And
Yep.
you're like, it's a damper.
I immediately, if there's one system on the house and you have 2 thermostats, 3 thermostats, and one of the thermostats just seems to be reading higher than the others, damper. 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of
9
10.
times out of 10.
It's there.
Read the job notes and I'm like, oh, damper.
Yeah, but the crappiest part about the damping zone systems is they put them on single stage equipment, and everyone out there that's a fan of single stage equipment, blah. Sorry, no one likes single stage equipment except for the old school guys. It's all good. I like more efficiency and comfortability, but they put all those single
reliability.
They put all those single stage on those zone systems, and then the compressor ends up taking a crap.
No one knows why. It's a mystery. It's crazy. It's almost like they're not designed to have, to be choked and with a bypass. It's crazy.
Yeah. So basically, he's trolling you guys. For all you guys listening, he's trolling you.
It's a joke. Yeah.
It's a joke. So Caden's also, he's the one doing the funny video where we had to return our warranty compressor. A bunch of people gave you crap for it. They're like, you had all these guys coming out and commenting.
Yes.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yep.
There's no such thing as a manufacturer. You just throw that thing off the roof,
That's normally what you got to do. You just got to throw it off the roof, hope for the best. I mean, someone will probably come pick it up.
Yeah, so he changed all these zone dampers and ended up changing a lot of compressors out this summer. So he was showing a demonstration of a quick snippet of making sure you seal the ports on the compressors before we turn them back into warranty. Because here in Arizona, I don't know where you guys are at that made those funny comments, but there are manufacturers that basically won't give us our money back unless we seal those up.
This is true.
So Caden was doing that, and you guys were trolling him. Don't worry.
I enjoy reading the comments.
Hey,
Keep them comments.
he enjoyed the comments. I enjoyed the comments, but I promise you, he's got part 2 coming for you guys. So you guys can hold.
It's glorious.
Part 2 is coming. So we're ready for the funny comments to come out. We enjoy them because everyone's got a freaking opinion, and it's just let it ride, dude. Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. It's pretty
So,
glorious.
Yeah, so you did a lot of dampers this season. A lot of compressors.
Mm-hmm.
People needed new units. What's been the most challenging part of this summer?
Challenging part. Let's see. For some odd reason, I think that this summer I have had more of these 1 a.m. or 10 p.m. that extend into the 1 a.m. calls.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but they've just been really late nights. I don't necessarily mind working at night because it's cooler. People are normally really grateful that I'm out there. So
You know they probably get tipped, right? I mean,
yeah,
I
I'm
swear.
getting tips. So
Me out in the field when I was working late, people would be like, "Man, let me get you dinner. Let me here's
Yeah.
here's a $20 bill."
I have eaten dinner with the family on some of these calls.
It's nice,
at the
dude.
dinner table.
You're like, hey, it's there's no better feeling than be like, man, you appreciate what I do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a hero for 20 minutes fixing your AC in Arizona.
Yeah.
In the summer, in the wintertime, I'm not a hero because you don't need your heater fixed, But
yeah,
summertime, you'll take it.
Yeah. Who needs a heater in Arizona? It's
yeah. So what's been that big challenge working those like late evening, going into 1 p.m. the next day?
The challenge is waking up the next morning. So you're out till 1:30 and then you have a call at 7 in the morning. So.
And you sold a compressor and an evap coil and you got some repairs to do after that.
Yep. So those are interesting calls in the morning. It's a Red Bull that gets you going and kind of just settles the score.
Let me ask you: 1 Red Bull, 2 Red Bulls, 3 Red Bulls, 4 Red Bulls? How many Red Bulls are we drinking?
I've toned back.
What's the max you drink in a day?
Max? I think actually a better way to measure it would be caffeine intake, and I've had a couple like 500 milligram days. So, which that is the maximum recommended amount for an adult. So I stop at 500 so I don't get a heart attack.
That's good.
But
comment below, what's the max caffeine you've had in a day working in? It doesn't matter. It has HVAC industry, plumbing, electrical. I don't know. Electricians don't work. I'm just joking.
Leaving their wires all over the
leaving their wires all over.
You know who you are.
You know who you are. Yeah, comment below. What's the max in working in the industry in any construction? How much caffeine intake do you take on the daily?
We're gonna get a couple 2000s in the comments.
Yeah, I think we do have. He's been on the podcast. You guys see him all over social media on our page. Richard, Big Texas. He has to be by far in the company. He drinks more caffeine than anybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, no doubt about it. I mean,
coffee in the morning.
Monsters
galore. I mean,
yeah.
He's on Alani's, a Bloom. He's everything. And now he's on these new nootropic pouches. He loves them. They're caffeine free, but he's like, dude, they just make me feel so good.
Yeah, he's feeling them. I mean, they're not bad. I like them.
Yeah. What do you have to do? I mean, right? Like talk about like that, like just trying to stay alert. Sleep is sometimes minimal in this type of field in the summertime. What do you do on your off days to try to recover, to get ready? Because I don't think homeowners realize it, but like, how many hours you guys are really working? Because how many times have you gotten to a call late at night and they're like, oh, I'm glad you get to go home after this, and you look at them and you smile and you're like, you're not my last call. Yeah. Like I appreciate it.
Or the funny ones are, oh, you're working the night shift. It's like, no, this is the morning shift that is now migrated to the night shift.
Yeah. So like working those long days and hours and everything else, like I said, I would say majority of our clientele definitely appreciate how much effort goes into it, appreciate the value and the professionalism that all you technicians here offer. But like, what do you try to do on your off days to mitigate and try to recover and get ready? Because in the summertime here in Arizona, it is nonstop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go. And this is your, I think, 5th year now in. So
yeah. Definitely hydration. That's probably the number one thing is I'm just drinking water constantly on the weekends. Because you really can't drink enough during the day. At job sites, you can drink until you're about to throw up and it's still not enough water because you're just pouring buckets of sweat, especially if it's humid outside. And then also, I normally like to, get a few good meals in, hit the gym, just kind of like reboot. So just a good, nice weekend, relax, go to bed early.
You've been picking up golfing, right?
I've been picking up golfing. I'm trying to get better. Right now, I think I would be happy to just drive the ball in a general direction. Right now, it's just kind of
general direction or like more straight.
Honestly, just if I could just pick a general direction, like 45 degrees this way, that would be great. Right now, it just kind of goes. I've had a couple balls go behind me.
That's impressive.
It is
lost yardages.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
That's like a trick shot. That's like a trick shot right there. That's pretty impressive.
That's how I know
Yeah.
I'm the next Tiger Woods.
Yeah, that ain't happening. I'm sorry, dude. You might be best technician west of the Mississippi, but there is no one that was better than Tiger Woods, hands down.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Prodigy.
It's prodigy. Just like MJ's the best basketball player.
Right.
Caden totally agrees with that. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the fact that he was playing against these plumbers and he was so much better than these plumbers and electricians.
MJ was probably, in his good days, he was probably an HVAC tech, the best of all trades.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Best of all trades, HVAC guys. We win. Yeah. Number one, HVAC, hands down. Quote me on that right there.
Yep. No, he's great. I mean, obviously, LeBron is better, and that's hey.
It's all perspective. How many rings?
How many rings? Everyone's favorite thing to bring up, but the thing is that it's just about who you're playing with. It's about who you're playing with.
LeBron's like a plumber, right? Like he unclogged your toilet. It feels good. You can flush it again, but Michael's over there. Make sure you're nice, cold, sleeping crisp at night. You feel comfort. You got the blanket over you. Like Michael makes you feel that way. He's just so good. It doesn't so dominant.
I mean, anyone that LeBron plays with is better because LeBron is playing with them. That's the thing.
That's like you go and work for 5 different companies, and then you know what? You never made it over there, so you got to come back here where it's just great. Like you could go work for all the big PE groups, and they can give you the best team, the AI services. But you know what? When you come home to Rusty's air conditioning and heating, dude, it just feels good here.
Got a family.
You win rings here.
It's true. I mean, it's true. LeBron is more of the Rusty's type of player.
I would say plumber. It's all good.
We're not winning this one.
We're not winning this one. We're moving on. moving on. There's a lot of debates here on sports guys in the office. We have the whole Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes.
That one I'll side with the Tom Brady.
Oh yeah, he's the GOAT. Straight up the GOAT. You're right there. Yeah. We'll switch back to HVAC guys. We're getting heated up in here. How's it been like? I would say you don't run into it a whole lot, maybe 10, 15% of times. Like, right, we run the free service call here at Rusty's Air Conditioning Heating. So, people don't pay the after-hour fees or the $0. It doesn't matter when you go out. And people like it because we get out there and, you get to tell them what's going on before they have to decide on paying a bill. But you get some of those DIY guys out there that just, I don't know necessarily they appreciate the value or professionalism, but I know we've had a couple, you ran into it where they've tried doing it themselves. And then a few days later, we're back at the house fixing it.
Yep.
How are you mitigating that as a technician? And, it's just, it is an interesting thing.
I would say just kind of explaining what we're doing and the reason that a professional should be doing it. There are things that, sometimes homeowners are going to try to do themselves, and I am all for it as long as you do it safely. 9 times out of 10, you cannot do it safely. So that's the one issue. But I would say just explaining to the customer why we're out here and why you should have a technician do it. Refrigerant work is something you need a lot of years of experience with. But yeah, just making sure everything's done safely, making sure their system's running right. And it's what you don't know what you don't know is probably the best way to put it.
Yeah. So. Every time I've tried doing something new, the older I got, I just hire everything out now. I'm not at a point I'm running 10 trips to Home Depot. I'm not doing that, because it's like, it is, we've had people, this year try to put it in their own compressors, capacitors, disconnects, you name it. We've ended up, back out there, and a lot of times is man, I wish I would just had you guys do it in the first place because it ended up costing them more money to have us do it. We warranty it. We take care of it. It's from the get-go. So it's, I do feel bad for people that have to learn the hard way sometimes because HVAC has gotten expensive. I mean, in general, it sucks for homeowners. The articles around how big manufacturers have colluded in pricing, gas prices. There's always a tariff. The new refrigerant between R32 and 454B. prices went up again.
Yep.
So like I get like as a homeowner being cautious about price and trying to make sure things are done at a fair price, but at the same time it's like you also don't want to be burned.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we live in a capitalistic society. So, I mean, for the most part, prices are pretty fair for what you get. You get what you pay for. So, it's just one of those things. Find a company that's going to do you right. I like a quote that I heard you, or not a quote, but something you said earlier. And it was that the company that you use doesn't matter until something goes wrong. Very, very true statement. Sometimes there are companies that will do fine installing something. It might be a little bit cheaper, but when it goes wrong and you cannot contact them, that's when you wish that Rusty's the company to install.
I always just laugh because it's like the call you and Richard are at this morning.
Yep.
That call got booked. She was like, the people that put it in can't be out for a whole week. You're like,
yep,
a whole week? What do you mean you can't be out there for a whole week? And all I picture is some single dude working out of his house. Not saying he does bad work, but he's sipping on a margarita and just chilling in his pool and be like, or he's on a cruise ship and be like, yeah, I'm booked up for a whole week. Sorry, can't make it.
No, can do.
Dude, this summer we have got so many calls where you're like, they won't come out for 2 weeks. They can't make it out for 3 weeks. They can't make it out for 4 weeks. And I'm like, who are you using that can't make it out to your house?
It's crazy.
Within same day service. I mean,
yeah,
it is. We make it out every day, same day service. Once again, if you're working late, a lot of our great team members volunteer to work late to make sure we get those calls taken care of. But man, it is just, I think that's where it's like being a cool hero, right? Where like sometimes the unit's 6 months old, a year old, or 5 years old, or what, it doesn't matter. But the company that installed it, they can't get a hold of them because to me, it's called the Telelight warranty. They made their money up front.
Yep.
Yep. And they're not willing to service it, repair it. And, Jeff has gotten it multiple times where they're like, hey, I want to switch over to you guys for the warranties. And we're like, it's not through us. I mean, we can honor the manufacturer warranty, but their labor warranty, that's through them. And if you can't get a hold of them, it's not on us. I mean, yeah. So it's like, how do you mitigate some of that? Like when you do go to these houses, like especially let's talk about people with home warranties.
Mitigate.
Well, I was going to home warranty people. Like I know you were out one recently. You go to a home warranties a lot. They call the home warranty. The home warranty says, hey, we can't make it out for X amount of days, 2 weeks, 4 days, whatever the number is. And the frustration homeowners, express to you that they pay for this warranty and it's basically not being honored because they can't wait a week in Arizona without cooling.
No, it's not fun. I mean, when you're paying for this service every month and then you give them a call to, redeem what you're paying for. And it's just like, well, we're not going to be able to get out there for 14 days. So no cooling for you. But yeah, no, we'll get out there. And then normally it's something that we can fix right then and there. And then it's up to the homeowner whether they can, get that refunded by their home warranty or not. But it honestly sucks to see. It sucks to see because we have these home warranties and there are good home warranties. You're not gonna be wrong.
But it's really all the companies they hire underneath them.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Where the home warranties that I would recommend and that I will also go under as a homeowner are the ones where they will let you choose your service. Because that's where you get quality work done. So
yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, it's rare to find those home warranties that say, hey, you can go hire Rusty's air conditioning heating. Exactly. You could go hire this other local company. They'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Versus saying, hey, you hire the company where it's a one-man show and there's food falling out of his truck, paperwork everywhere. He's chucking a truck, as we call him.
Yes.
They exist out there.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's like the big bad thing for the industry and is basically, those guys out there that basically say they save homeowners thousands of dollars. And then you see the installs, they post pictures of them. They're not in accordance to how the system should be installed.
Yep.
You see where they have undersized ductwork on it. They aren't putting drip legs on it. They're using old disconnects. The wire's not right size. Airflow is a big issue. And they end up the homeowner's compressor. Richard was just out. One of our technicians was out. Unit's 4 years old. compressor takes a crap.
Yep.
And it's a 4-ton system on a flat plated, which means there's no box for the the unit on there, and it's got a 16-inch duct that's just the unit's screaming. You can hear the unit just screaming, give me air, give me air. And it's just, how do you explain to customers, hey, their unit's cooling, but it's not installed right? Like how do you overcome that? Because they say, oh, well, this guy put it in 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and and you go there and you're like, I get it, this capacitor, your compressor went, but the root cause of that dying is because how it was installed. How do you explain that to customers? How do you get across that bridge? Because they spent thousands of dollars with somebody, and now they're spending thousands of dollars again to make it right.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where proof is in the pudding. So I love to show pictures and videos of everything, and then I explain it with the actual video itself. So, for example, the absence of plenums and then just putting a butt end on a unit is unfortunately common with some of these installs. And so showing a customer the way it should be installed with that plenum on there, so a box where static pressure can build up, versus the just flat plate, stuck it on the unit, called it a day. And then I can kind of, just explain it that way, making sure the customer feels informed and so that they can make their most informed decision with us. So,
yeah, because a homeowner can save, right? Like if you looked at this, if you said, hey, we're not going to do plenum boxes, which a plenum box, guys, is basically 2 boxes on the back end of the furnace or air handler and one on the supply side. And that's what all the duct work. Here in Arizona, we use a lot of flex duct. So it's this flexible ducting that hooks to those boxes. A lot of times they reuse the one that was up there 20 years ago. We see that a lot, or they don't put one at all on it. And these manufacturers, when you install them, they have static pressures they want to be at. And, you basically need these plenums on there to mitigate the static pressures, make sure things are done right, make sure the return is especially the right size and the supply side is. So, yeah, I mean, if you said, I'm not going to put plenum boxes on, I'm not going to, put drain pans, safety switches, all these things, we could save homeowners thousands up front, but on the back end, we're costing them thousands of dollars and malpractice in the sense of not making sure the unit's running at peak performance.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things. I mean, the average unit in Arizona, I think, is 12 to 15 years lifespan. And you can honestly extend that if you install it to 100% efficiency, making sure that unit's installed right, everything is done correctly. Like you were saying, not pulling something that is genuinely just malpractice in the sense of you're not doing your job. So making sure it's installed right, and then informing the customer as to what you are doing right. Where airflow can take out a compressor in 4 years, you can have the way the unit was leveled. If it's not leveled, that'll take out a compressor. You could have bad airflow. I mean, there's so many things that are going to take out your unit, and then it comes back to, well, my unit's supposed to last another 5 years, and it ends up costing more. So,
yeah, which is just like cost wise for homeowners, right? Utilities companies are raising their cost. HVAC cost is higher now. Doing it the correct way and putting all those airflow precautions in place to make sure the unit's breathing correctly does cost more with these new systems. And if you don't do it, year 2, if your compressor goes out, or year 3 or year 4, like we talk about, the homeowner's now out thousands of dollars. And that sucks. I mean,
yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun to tell someone like, hey, you got screwed over. No one wants to tell
especially if they've been a homeowner for a while, because it's, maybe their third house and they're like, well, my last system, I never did a single thing. I had a maintenance here and there. And you're like, well, you had R22. It was a more forgiving refrigerant. Yes, the compressors, in my mind, coils were all built better. And you switched refrigerant again. That's where we started having some bigger issues, I think. And then we switched it again. And now we have a lot more stuff going into these systems. And it is, I think it was easier to be a tradesman back in the day because it was just so simple in the sense of, hey, It works. It works. You got cold air and it was more forgiving. And now you get into these new systems and it is less forgiving. And
you don't have the right static pressure. That unit will not be running right.
Yeah, they require more and everything else. It's just the one that we're at. I mean, it that you guys were at this morning, that the duct it's a flat roof that you guys are on. The duct is completely ripped. 2x4 was running through it, right? Mm-hmm. So he has a 2x4 running through the duct and it's breathing in this hot attic air, so now we got to go in and run hard piping to fix this. And the unit, as the life on that unit's probably got a little shortened because it's been running 4 years, pulling in extra hot air. And, now the homeowner's up more cost because instead of doing it during the install, we got to do it now 4 years later, and we weren't the ones that installed it.
Yep.
So it is interesting, right? Because some regards, I think HVAC companies create work for other HVAC companies, right? Like
100%.
It's like,
it's funny.
Hey, it is, right? I always, people will say, man, it sucks, but it's like someone's got to do it, right?
Someone's got to keep us in business. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Someone's got to keep us moving and grooving. But that does suck for homeowners. I hate that for homeowners because it's like, my big motto is you buy once, you cry once. Here, when you buy these new houses and you think everything should be honky dory, and you're seeing these guys that do these inspections on these houses nowadays in Arizona, and man, the stuff that is just coming back, that is, structural framing, leaking showers. Well, if you guys see all that, I mean, what do you think they did to your HVAC system? You know?
100%.
Like, that's where you got to question now, plumbing, everything. And it's like, I just, when I was talking to Sean, I just think people need to make sure they have inspections, make sure things are done right. It's not a fun thing you want to hear, that you got to spend money to correct it for the long haul, especially if you're going to be in your house longer. But start saving that piggy bank, because things are going to happen, and get with the company that's going to back those repairs up. Get great technicians like Caden to come out here and take care of it.
Sir.
So, that's I guess I'm trying to think, what's been the hardest thing for homeowners this year, you think?
For homeowners?
Yeah.
I would say one of the big things that I'm running into is houses that can just physically not keep up, especially with the humidity we've had this year, as well as high heat. Those two combined, if the unit was not installed right, it just comes back to this: units not being installed right.
Just a cyclical cycle.
It seriously is. Units not being installed right, poor insulation. The list goes on and on, but it comes back to this: the unit needs an entire revamp to be able to keep up at these temperatures and humidity. And it's crazy. And the amount of money that they need to spend to get the unit or the house down 3 degrees is egregious. It's egregious, and it shouldn't be happening, but it's one of those things we're running into this year because we had that high humidity and high heat.
Yeah, we had the high humidity, high everything. And it's like, I was talking to a manufacturer the other day, and he was talking about how their units couldn't get down the house to 70 degrees during this time. And I'm like, well, that's your equipment issue. That's not, and the install, how it's being done secondly. But I'm like, we're a Linux Premier dealer, and, every equipment has their pros and cons, but it's like, if it's 115 in humidity, I should be able to keep my house at 70 degrees if I want.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
But to your point, these houses we're seeing it's a 2,800 square foot, 5-ton unit on it, zone system. Mm-hmm. And it's the most mediocre standard unit on there. And it's going to have problems. Electric bills are going to be high, and the system's overworking itself, and it's going to break.
100%. Which is also why one of my biggest things is educating homeowners. If you understand what will make your system run efficiently and then also effectively, so that you can keep your house at 70 degrees when it's humid as heck outside, hot as heck outside, then you're going to be able to understand what I'm saying when I come in, and give you the fact that the ductwork was not installed properly. And then also you can understand that whatever company installs your unit, you can point out and you can be like, hey, that's not right. So
yeah, I mean, and once again, if someone made a mistake, if it's us, if it's another company, fix it, right? I mean, fix it, make it right. And I think most consumers out there are pretty reasonable and pretty relaxed because things do happen, and but don't leave the homeowner hanging, right? I don't think you should
Yep.
leave the homeowner hanging.
Yep.
Make
Take
sure it's
care of
taken
your
care of.
Yep.
And we're one of those companies. I mean, we're very respectful. Be respectful for the technicians. Be respectful of all of us, and we'll do our best to make sure we got you taken care of. We're going to back it up.
Yeah.
Because these guys are working long hours, right? I mean, our office staff is working long. You guys are working long.
Yeah.
You guys are tired. I mean, if you've worked a 15-hour day and a 10-hour day and a 15-hour day, it's late at night. I mean, put yourself in their shoes sometimes. When your brain's that hot, you've been working that long, you're a little dehydrated. You got a little brain fog, as I like to call it. But that's what I love about our atmosphere here is we have a great culture. You guys all own up to it when things do go not the right way, and customers are the first one to be like, hey, thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it.
100%.
Don't sweep it under the rug. That's just not what we do here. And
Exactly.
you just own up to it and we make it right and get it taken care of. Anything else you want to add?
Actually, you know what? I do have a question. I have a question for Rusty.
Let's hit it.
What has been the hardest part about this summer as a business owner?
This summer, I think this is the first time we've had humidity in a while talking about it. We've had homeowners call in from the office for the office side, where I think they're frustrated things aren't working. It's not equipment necessary we installed or anything like that. The other thing is I think the biggest thing is pricing. You guys are going out there doing pricing, and people are getting on ChatGPT and Gemini and saying, hey, what should that part cost? And when you go look at those AI things and stuff like that, when you ask what a part costs, I mean, that's like me asking what a tire should cost. Well, a tire should cost $80, but you don't consider the labor, a professional company willing to back it up. Something goes wrong, they show up. So, like, I really suggest when people are hey, when something breaks, ask ChatGPT if you are going to use it. Be cautious with it in the sense of, hey, what should that part cost if I have a legitimate professional company, that's going to come out to my house? What would that cost be? And give me a price range. Because all that thing is doing LLM long form, search, and it's looking for words. So, don't be hard on these guys when they come out to you and it's like that part should cost $200. I think, I always like to tell people nowadays our costs are up. Insurance is so high for us. Software, right? And we don't run just on anything anymore. Software, and I guarantee where anyone works, you guys use some form of software. These IT companies charge a lot for the software to run, to keep history, to keep all that going, to keep honestly a full-time staff at all times. Like when we pick up the phone at 10 o'clock at night and I have a technician at your house at midnight, it's just not free. We're willing to come out for free, but like those repairs are going to cost money. And so I think that's it's been a big pushback in the industry because I think prices did get too high, and you guys can go look it up. I mean, manufacturers, there's news articles about colluding in the background. So that's not us as necessarily as a contractor, right? That's not me at Rusty saying, hey, I'm raising my prices because we need to make more money. It's we get pushback from the manufacturers and they increase our pricing. And I hate it, sucks, but we have to push that pricing down. It is what it is. And then I feel bad for you technicians when you're out in the field and someone's trying to, it's rare. I think it's not, like I said, it's not a big deal, but you do get, the consumers that are like, that's just ridiculously expensive and it's just uneducated, right? I mean, it's learn what it is because the part you search, and this happens all the time, is maybe not the same part that technician's talking about. It's happened to you.
Back to education.
We've had people apologize, say, I'm sorry, but that's the thing. When you get on Google, and if you look at a lot of these companies nowadays, when you go to a search engine, it's hard to find real information. It's giving you summaries of what it is. It's snapshots, right? Like before, like you could, if I wanted to learn something, I could go to different articles and AI, which is a great tool, powerful. It just give me a summary, a snapshot. So you guys got to remember, even on social media or anything, you're looking at a snapshot. Look at the whole picture, look at everything. And hey, my biggest suggestion is, even if you don't hire Rusty's Air Conditioning Heating in the Arizona, Phoenix metropolitan area, go hire a good company, right? Hire a good company that's going to back it up, be there, show what's doing. And yeah, if I understand that price may be a factor, but at the end of the day, in the long run, you got to consider what long term that price is going to cost you. So,
Yep.
if you say I want cheap and reliable, those don't go in the same sentence. We talked about that today. Cheap and reliable don't go in the same sentence.
It'd be nice if it did.
I know it would be nice
It'd be
if
really
it did.
nice.
But anything you buy in life, if someone's truly going to back it up, it's going to be at a cost.
Yep.
Because it costs to do that, and everything else. Sally wants Caden to do a rap for the people at the end.
A rap? Oh, we're still doing this?
Oh yeah, you got it.
Hold up. He's in the truck. He ain't no Chuck. He's killing. Oh, hold up. We need to think of it again. Here.
All right. He ain't no Chuck. He ain't in a truck. Caden's coming into your house to thump on your air conditioner. He's going to fix it that day. He ain't going to make you wait for days. He ain't going to make you wait for 2 weeks. He's going to give you cooling. It's going to be crispy. It's going to be cool. And that's why you ask for Caden. He is the dog. He is the best west of the Mississippi. And that ain't no lie. He's coming for you. He's coming for your AC. He's coming for your heater. And he's going to burn up the winter nights with his thumping. Kick it. Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
I wasn't supposed to do the rap, but there you go, bro.
That was amazing. So we had it.
I got you. Hey guys, FYI, that's a wrap. But Caden is also my nephew, so you know what? He's one of my faves. He will always be my fave. He's like my little brother. I am the youngest of 7, so me and him are the closest in age in that aspect. So ask for him. He will get you taken care of. He will always show up to your house with a smile. AKA, his name is Thumper, the big dog in the house. Peace out, guys. And MJ is still the best GOAT of all times. Don't forget that. Peace out.